Welcome back to the WORKhouse videos, the Clarity series. Last episode we were talking about what you want your life to be like. So really today and through February we're going to be talking about what your passion is. So that's really the avenue we're going to take today. With that, when we talk about what our passion is and what we're passionate about, that can change from the times that we're young to middle school, high school, to now. You come across different things, new experiences, which could affect where your heart lies, you know what I'm saying? Whether it was football for someone who's growing up, basketball, sports in general, type deal, clothing, music, whatever the case. I always thought my passion was football. I was very passionate about football. I was passionate about what football did for me, the people that it brought me around, the lessons and values that it taught me. But I found that switched really the back half of college. You know what I'm saying? Because I realized you hear, football don't last forever type deal. So football had given me everything that I needed, I feel like, to be successful in life. So for me, my passion is music, right? And I know that, like, wholeheartedly. So everything that I do works towards that passion. And I think it's very important for people to make sure that they understand what their passion is, first and foremost. Don't ever sleep on it. I was always told whatever I think about when I wake up is my passion type deal. If it's on my mind every day, whether or not I want to think about it, I think about it. That's my passion, and that's what it is. So what would you say you're passionate about?
I would say I'm passionate about my family. Surrounded by it forever. I grew up with cousins, my brothers, my grandmother. Like, that was all we had. It was us. So, like, day in, day out, I'm always pushing to be like the best version of me for them. So I'm trying to be the best brother, best nephew, best cousin, best son. Like, I'm just always trying to make sure I'm the best version of myself, because they need that. Like, for whatever reason they may need it, they need it. I know they do. I know I play a vital role in all their lives, so I'm trying to make sure that when I'm stepping into that role, they get the best part of me, the best piece of me they can get. So that's my driving force. Coming into college, like, I was good in high school academically, but I knew there was another level I could take it to academically, and I set that as my goal to kind of be able to, like, once I accomplished it, I knew I would, but when I came back to it, like, look, I put my mind to this. Y'all see how I came to, and I can lay out what I did and show them, like, that it's possible. So it just come back to me being the best version of myself for them. So, like, family's what drive me day in, day out.
It'd probably be helping people, if I had to say so myself. Just for the simple fact that I know in previous conversations, Adrian's talked about that's why he wants to be a doctor, because he wanted to give back and provide medical assistance to people who were being done wrong or just couldn't provide the help that they needed. He just wanted to give back and help in that way. Well, I've always been the type, and it's crazy because I'm the youngest of 8 cousins, all born between October 93, June 94. I'm the last one. But I've always had that big brother type mentality that if I see something wrong, I'm not going to hesitate to tell you. If I see some free game I can give you, I'm not going to hesitate to drop it. I've always felt like if you win, then I win, then we win. So if that's the case, then I would say my passion would be helping people. I feel I've always been a team player, so if I'm doing well, you're doing well, Christian doing well, Nick doing well, Juice doing well, we're all doing well in our own rights. And however I can add to that and add value to that, that's what I'm passionate about. I don't want to be the star. I don't want to be the front runner. I don't want to be the guy in the headlines. I ain't even got to be in the credits, but I'm super passionate about just helping people get where they want to be, helping people realize their full potential, helping people realize that, not to be cliche, that they trust God, commit to the process and do work, they can be whoever they want to be. Like, that's what I'm passionate about. At this moment, I feel like that's what I've been passionate about all the way throughout my life. I feel like, and as I've grown and matured, I just developed into who you see today. So I think that's where that's my passion, other than obviously my family being my reason why.
If money wasn't an issue, what job would I choose? I would say I would be a recruiter. I like to be in an environment or something that I took a chance on, because it's a reason why I apply, or it was a reason why I took my time and effort to join something. I would just like to align my values with theirs and recruit people to take part in what the reason why I'm doing what I'm doing. I want to give that off to somebody else, because if I'm speaking to 10 people, I want to at least get at least 2 or 3 people to really feel what I'm saying, and I just feel like that's what type of passion that I can bring across with my words and just my attitude and just how I carry myself, is to recruit folks using life experiences as well. I would definitely say that's the big thing, using my life experiences to get people to gravitate to what brought me to that organization or that job or whatever the case may be, to do that. So I would definitely say a recruiter in the facet. What about you, Turk?
Well, for me, it's easy. It's a passion that's always been there, but I didn't really know how important it was until I got out of high school and was able to have Wi-Fi and just start really watching it, and it's fight. I mean, y'all probably already know I'm finna say that, but y'all know I always been a wrestling fan. But it's something I can honestly say.
You want to be an actor or do you want to be a fighter? Okay.
I mean, no, either or. Either or.
Productions or we McMahon Productions.
I want to go into the UFC, but if that opportunity comes, Mr. McMahon rang my phone now. Guess where we going?
Okay. What you spread in a contagious manner without even realizing it. You know what I'm saying? When do you feel your best? Things that you are invested without even knowing you're invested in it, type deal.
So I can say that ever since I was 13, I have done something physically or mentally that has to do with MMA fighting. I was 13, I was flipping through, trying to get the Spike TV to watch TNA Impact on a Thursday night. They had a UFC fight night when Anderson Silva's first fight ever in the UFC against Chris Lee. I watched that fight, and ever since then, I was hooked, just like that. I was like, dang, I want to be. He was the first black guy I ever seen in mixed martial arts.
Roundhouse kicking, brothers.
Kicking their face off, and then, like I say, after I watched that fight, his career took off. He fought Rich Franklin after that for the belt, and like I say, he was just knocking folks out left and right. And for me, it was just like a small time kid being black. I'm just like, man, I can do that.
I know, even though I don't think you're gonna get knocked out, but I don't think you're finna go knock out Jones like you said you was either. But like when you talk about sharing stuff in a contagious manner, when I hear that, I think Calvin with his music, I think Christian with his fashion, I think Ted with all his money making and habituals or just inhibitions, just to go get $1. Just always been on the money making mission. I think about Nick and just his general knowledge, man, of just trying to be better than he was or provide a better opportunity. So when I think about stuff that y'all carry and or that we share without knowing it, bro, it shows up in conversation. What Juice always talk about? For real, what Juice always talk about?
Kids, success, fun.
Juice, what's your passion? What do you like? We talked about in the last time we got together about what you want your life to look like. Well, we know that Juice really passionate about that kind of stuff. You know what I'm saying? So we talked about Calvin and his music, and that's what he need a microphone in his hand. Well, we know that's what he's passionate about, and when he's not talking about do work, when he's not talking about how we can make some money from an entrepreneurial standpoint, he's talking about making music. Hey, listen to this beat. Hey man, I did this last night. It's gonna be crazy type deal. So I know that really mean a lot to y'all. So that's the type of stuff that y'all share with contagious energy, man. And I don't know if y'all know that, but when Juice say I need some energy, it's certain things I don't need energy from because I know y'all won't give it to me based on the subject matter or based on what we're talking about or based on the setting. So man, I just commend y'all for being passionate, because the fact that y'all passionate about something gives me leeway or gives me the okay to be passionate about something as well. It's almost encouraging to have people around you who is chasing something, who it means something to, and they trying to work towards it in whatever capacity they working. So man, shout out to y'all for sure.
Like, how do you deal with that negativity when it's brought onto you in terms of like your passion? What keeps you going, pushing despite that adversity?
I'm that guy. That's what I think.
So the confidence.
But I think, I ain't gonna lie to y'all too. When I first got to damn Reinhardt, I get surrounded by people. You and I was really in the same boat. Feel me? But when I get surrounded by people like Buddy over here that can play 6 different positions, that really, we used to joke about that, but that's something that people can't do.
Yeah.
Like type deal.
Don't say that out loud, bro. It's head big enough.
But
Say that out loud, bro.
I feel you. And then you got a 6'2" corner. Then you got another one over here running the 4-4. You got
Got play running back.
Bro,
running back, turn corner.
You got Iron Man in here lifting like 315 on bench press. And I'm over here with like,
You ain't killed 13 interceptions in one season. I'm trying, okay.
but y'all talking about that though? Bro, I went a 5 flat. Well, for real, just keep it a band, you know what I'm saying? So like, I was hearing that negativity the moment I got there type deal. When Connor was saying I would never play, when they was all telling me I was gonna be a special team guy, da-da-da-da. And I feel like that's what hindered me, is because I didn't know how to respond to someone putting their negativity on me, and you start to accept that as a reality type deal. But when you flip that switch, and I feel like you step into that manhood, and as a man, you have to know that you set your own path. At the end of the day, that's where hard work got instilled, to be honest. When negativity got put on me, it was time to work type deal. So I was gonna make them sacrifices to work, to get up, to do what I had to do. You could, to the point where it got to, you can say everything you want to me about my athleticism, skill set, but guess what you can't say nothing to me about? My work ethic. Absolutely. And guess what's gonna carry me past all the negativity? Work ethic. That's it, nothing else.
I like that, Calvin, a lot, bro. For some fact, like you said, we probably are the 2 most unathletic people in the room.
No, right.
But
Facts.
I've always been the type to not hold grudges, not to be resentful or anything like that. But I appreciate that. I'm gonna put it in my pocket. Not the fact that I'm gonna come back and stun on you, but I appreciate that. Because when I do it, I want you to be there. And when I see when I'm shining, you told me I couldn't. Y'all remember me coming when I gave up and gave old boy the clock. It's about time. You feel me? But I've always been unathletic. I've always been undersized. Out of the 10 cousins I mentioned earlier, I am the most unathletic out of that group as well. Like, so it's always been that I wasn't good enough or that I couldn't, that I just always use it as motivation. But like Calvin said, it wasn't until it started showing up in an athletic standpoint where my playing time's getting cut. Not because I'm not talented enough or that I can't play at this level. It's because I don't fit a mold, or because somebody else's negative opinion of me don't allow my talents to flourish in the way they should. That's why I made up my mind before my senior season. You can ask Ray, you can ask Ted, you can ask anybody else that was down there. They're gonna play me, they just don't know it yet. They're gonna play me, they just don't know it yet. They have no choice but to play me, they just don't know it yet. And like Calvin said, that's when that hard work was instilled. I mean, you knew that no matter what somebody said to you, that you knew how hard you was working, how much you were sacrificing, and how passionate we all were about the game of football at one point. That it means this much to me, so this is what I'm gonna invest to it. So this is what's gonna happen. When like Inky said, when you got a certain level of sweat equity built up, it's hard to walk away from it. So yeah, so when you put them $10,000 in, no matter what they saying about you, you gonna get the results you work for. You can't cheat the grind. But going back even more so, we talk about the passion that you have for your family and to be the man that you know they can be, they want you to be, or that you want to be for them. I watched my mom slave, bro. Watched my grandma like sacrifice beyond measure just to provide for me. No matter what the issue was or what the sacrifice was, they made it with no hesitation. So that, and watching how they worked, instilled in me that, hey man, no matter what they say about coming from a single parent household, no matter what they say about being on food stamps, no matter what they say about being on WIC or getting government assistance of any kind, no matter what they say about the disadvantages you have as a young black man raised by a single parent mom, that if you work like you're supposed to work, if you just got committed to the process and do work, that it ain't gonna matter, bro. So that's how I learned to deal with it, and that's kind of where I developed where I am now.
That's negativity. We thought was negativity wasn't negativity. It's levels to it, bro. Negativity is not having food to eat. Negativity is an action, is harm that our parents went through, grandparents went through. That's negativity. We was facing words.
Real talk. Opinions.
And when you put it, and then too, at the same time, when I see Super not in the same boat and he don't stop, what's negative? What is he built different than me? Is what's negativity to me? You know what I'm saying? For real though, the same thing when I look at Thick Pen. What's negativity to you? But you still going. So I'm not gonna stop. I'm a competitor. I'm not gonna stop. I'm not. When people tell Christian he too small and he's still working. When people tell Nick he wasn't good, he was never gonna play, he's still working. When people tell Turk he might have to hang it up, he got so many injuries. That's negativity. Same thing when Juice got to go back home to handle family business, and we sit in the room together like that, and he's still telling me, "Hey, bro, I got you. Let me know if you need something." That's negativity, but at the same time, that's what instills passion in me. Is through a lot of my peers that I surrounded myself with, type deal. How do you overcome negativity when it's put on you, though?
I know I got people looking at me. For real, it all come back to family. I know I got people looking at me. So like the moment they see me sweating, and they see me like shake on a little bit of pressure, they see like, oh, hold up, maybe that is for real. Maybe when I'm faced with it, maybe I won't be able to deal with it. But instead, like, you can't. I can't. Like, them folks, they really, like, they may not really be counting on me, but I feel like they are. Like, I feel like I got to be in a position where they see, like, I got somebody I can look at as a visible, like, example of how to push through adversity, or how to set a goal so high that even when he didn't hit the goal, he fell short until, like, the cloud. I think Kanye said it. What? Aim for the moon, fall in the clouds. You feel me? That's exactly how I'm looking, because, like, I know they really counting on me. Like, I'm in the front. I put myself there intentionally, and when I did so, this is what came with it. So like, it's no question on whether or not I want to do it. I got to.
You got to. Because if you don't, it give them an excuse.
And they can't have that. They can't have that. Because as much as I would love to be in a position and like deflect everything to make sure like they lane is as clear as possible for them, it's not like that. I can't. So what I can do in mine is to make sure that everything that get in front of me, I'm running through it. I'm hitting that thing. I'm not pressure, like no pressure. I got to. So for me, it's just the fam, bro. Like, they got to see me do it, so I got to do it.
So I think that's what I'm probably most passionate about. Just being an example, bro, for the family,
just
bro.
Being an example, bro.
We all played for Drew. Raise the bar. I think that's what I'm most passionate about, bro. Like, raise the bar higher. That's what I'm most passionate about, bro. No matter what. Like I told y'all last month, we got together, man. Live a life where they ain't gonna lie at my funeral. Well, I want them to tell the biggest of the truths. Mm-hmm. When they say he did that and did this, I want people to say, really, he did? I want them to tell the truth so big they think that man lied. Like, that's what I'm passionate about. That's how I want to set the bar, bro.
Nick, how'd you find that balance between responding to negativity versus reacting to it, if you understand what I'm saying?
I mean, I know a lot of like, especially kind of what Soup said, is, you know, he appreciates it and he understands it, but, you know, he puts it in his pocket for another day. I genuinely enjoy proving people wrong. Like, I get a feeling of warmth when when people tell me that I cannot do something. Like, when I've had coaches tell me that, you know, you're not good, you're not gonna play in this program, but you'll go off and do great things, you know, down the road. And I'm like, may the odds be in your favor, because I'm about to prove you wrong. And they told me that I had a career-ending injury, and, you know, we just go ahead and hang it up, and that's it. And I'm like, okay, cool. Well, I'm about to go out here. I'm about to get five INTs on the season. You know, lead all RU with all conference, and we're good to go. Everything that people have told me that I cannot do, it's always been in my mind to, like, okay, we're gonna do this. How are we gonna do this? Weather the storm, appreciate the grind, and when you get there, don't be petty about it, but know that in the back of your head, like, you have to shake my hand. Yes, sir. You have to shake my hand, because you know that I proved you wrong.
What would you say you're passionate about? Right.
I'm passionate about, I've always it may sound arrogant, but I've always wanted to be either one of the smartest or the smartest person in the room. So I guess that's not arrogance, but I'm extremely passionate about knowledge. So anything and everything I can understand, if I can somehow step into Adrian's world and figure out what he's thinking about and how to better understand what he's talking about, cool. Only thing maybe probably I can't step into your world because accounting.
I ain't know what I was coming tonight.
What was it for you guys to begin with, and what's your passion now, and when did it change? What about you, Adrian? I know you talked about fighting now, but has it always been fighting as your passion?
I mean,
and if not, when did it change?
I can understand. I never thought that I'd be doing the training that I'm doing, preparing to have my first fight by the end of 2020. Like I said, it became a main passion when I got the resources, when I finally got to college. But once that first opportunity presented itself, it just skyrocketed. It was like, oh, ain't no way I'm finna let this opportunity pass me and I not do nothing with it. I'd be a fool. So for me, that's when it changed, when I got my first opportunity to start doing my training and stuff. And ever since then, I wake up thinking about it, I go to sleep thinking about it.
What about football do I really love? And then when you take a step back, it wasn't football that I was passionate about at the time. It was the brotherhood. It was seeing people succeed. It was watching people around me grow as individuals. The life skills that it taught me, I was passionate about experiences and learning type deal. So I didn't catch, when you're young, you don't catch that. You know what I'm saying? You don't have that mental capacity to really understand why you love what you love. You know what I mean? So once I found out, it was like, okay, I like seeing people succeed. I like learning about people. I like the sense of brotherhood.
For sure.
I'm passionate about team. Yeah. Football just allowed me to fulfill that passion and be on that team type deal. So after that, you know what I'm saying, after that passion about team, then what I loved is inspiring people around me to help push them towards their goals and their dreams and for them to find their passions, which is really why I picked up music. From that aspect, telling my story, hopefully it goes to inspire you to live your dream, pursue your passion. That's what I became. It was like almost a segue into what football was a segue into music to what I needed to be able to do something like that. When I started to listen to the Coles or the Logics, or something like, or you go back, listen to the Mobb Deeps, the Jay-Z's and stuff like that, or the Nipseys, and you really start to become invested in what they're talking about, that's when I knew how much music can affect people. You know what I'm saying? So that's when I knew that I wanted to do music full time and I was going to do music full time.
I love helping people. I love seeing other people succeed. I love being there for my brother. I love picking him up. Everybody that play with me know if you make a play, I'm gonna be the first one at the numbers chest bump. If you out on your stuff that day, I'm gonna tell you to get right, Cap. We need you. You know what I'm saying? When Juice catch a pick, whether I'm on uniform or not, I'm running on the sideline with him. I'm your biggest cheerleader. I want to see you win. I think football, like you said, was that vehicle for me.
I don't think I ever even realized. I just knew that I was just good at. Okay, I'm gonna go to school. I like school, and my influences. My granny, she was the reason why I enjoyed school. Is because it was a joy. It brought her joy, me bringing home good grades. So it was like, well, I like school, I'm gonna continue doing that, put a smile on my face, cool. But far as like sports or anything, I didn't come out the womb with a basketball in my hand or football in my hand. It was never like that, So my passion would just let me just see opportunities and just continue just doing them. And it was more or less like fake it until you make it type deal, because if I'm in unfamiliar territory, I'm gonna tell myself I'm gonna be this, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do this and this, so I won't get homesick or I won't try to fall off the face of earth and just I don't like this place. I'm gonna make the best of what it is and continue. So anything that I do, I kind of like, I just shape it around something so I can be that type deal.
Maybe my sophomore year of college, bro, when the hot water heater busted at the crib and we were out hot water without pretty much anything for like 2 months. And for 60 days, they've been running back and forth between relatives' homes, trying to bathe, boiling water just to cook, just really struggling to survive. And here I was on campus, got 2 C's and an F in midterms. Playing time got cut, Carter not messing with me. And for whatever other reason, I'm just feel like I'm a failure to my mother when she needs me the most.
Yeah.
Those 2 moments right there, bro, really woke me up and said, no matter what, I gotta go get it. I gotta go do work. Those 2 moments right there, I made in my mind that I wasn't gonna be a burden, and that no matter what happened, I was gonna try to be more for who I was trying to be more for.
So like the big thing for me, like growing up, was like my dad would always say like, when you out doing whatever you're doing, make sure you remember that you're a representation of this family.
Man, what?
So like when I went off to college, it's like folks see me. And when they see me, they see my mom, they see my brother, they see my dad, my nana, you know, they see all these people in me. I'm like, I had to get right. Not that I was ever like totally loved, but I really had to, you know, make sure my lane was clean and make sure I'm operating in a manner that shed the best light on them folks. So they knew, so like everybody who saw me knew that they were solid type deal. That's what going to college by myself, bro. It was scary, but like necessary for real.
From the moment I met Juice, you could feel he was passionate about having high energy. You know what I'm saying?
I need some energy.
The first time I heard the man say I need some energy, it was like, okay, look, he need that. You know what I'm saying? You could feel that and it radiates off people. So when you're talking about when you called us to help you out with do work, you know what I'm saying, and become a part of this lifestyle and this movement, you could always sense the passion behind it, because even when you were silent, you know what I'm saying, to the social media and all that stuff, you were still working towards it type deal. You know what I'm saying? Even in times where I don't hear Turk fighting, nothing like that, I can bet anything he's still waking up working, fighting, kicking, doing whatever he got to do to get better at that. You know what I'm saying? The same way you was working hours, 12-hour days type deal, to now you in position to, you know what I'm saying, to level up, to do something, you know what I'm saying, to get the bag that you want.
Price is going up.
You know what I'm saying? Wow. Same way you went through, bachelor's, master's, now you working low key, you know what I'm saying, type deal. And then same way with Nick. So by identifying y'all's passion, you'd be surprised too who also sees that and takes note of that, whether it's Lil Bro, whether it's Taylor, whether it's your family back home.
Whether it's me.
Facts.
It's me, y'all inspiring me.
You know what I'm saying?
Y'all inspiring me.
So I appreciate y'all really for tuning in to the second episode of the WORKhouse Clarity series, where we talk about what your passion is, really do some self-searching and understand what your passion is and why you are passionate about what you're passionate about. Thank you for tuning in. We really hope to see you guys next time in March when we're talking about tying your venture to your passion. Hope to see y'all then. It's been real. And don't forget, a man that doesn't work doesn't eat.
Do work.